berserk on my phone decide to crap out on me.
Yeah. They're nowhere near as reliable as me saying, hello, everybody, and welcome to Modular Components. It's a Saturday. We're here slightly underpowered, slightly wary of this devolving into a Doctor Strange Spoilercast, but you know what? We're going to try and give you the best cast we possibly can. I'm the Vacuuminator, and I'm joined this week by Boingo Rider.
Hello, I am writing Boingles.
And Buster Corp.
Hi, it is me. Are you a corporation? I'll bust you wide open.
I didn't know we were having a podcast with Teddy Roosevelt.
I was going to say, I would love that if that was the actual premise of your channel, Buster, is just like sounds of big mega corporations every week.
I mean, I've been thinking about, like, adding lore, so maybe?
Ooh.
Like, I don't know. Here's the thing.
Add this to the canon. Buster is the reason you can't find a Kmart anymore.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, just the thing about lore with, like, I've already, how many videos do I have right now? Like, over 100 right now. I think it's just so weird to just pivot into now suddenly the channel has lore after all that. So
yeah,
it's just...
you gotta either have it there from the start or, like, slow build.
Yeah, and I just, like, I don't think I can do either unless it's, like, a subscriber special where it's, like, it's a special, so of course there's gonna be lore.
Yeah, and I tried to do both, and life kept causing me to change my plans so much that last year I was just kind of like, fuck it, we're ending this bitch.
Yeah, we're just making videos. And I'll say, like, yeah. And I've already tried.
I didn't make videos.
Yeah.
I'll get back to it.
Making videos? Who the fuck would do that?
I don't know,
some losers.
Weirdos. It's all about podcasts and Twitch streams now, motherfucker.
I think I'm still the only one consistently uploading, and I'm the one who's, like, probably, like, who has college. So.
Yeah. That might change, because I see it. I see it. Oh, shit.
Panic.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told there's a development backstage.
Ah, damn.
Oh, you went out. That's fine.
So, Snowcone's podcast.
Indeed. What was I saying?
You were saying dicks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love dicks. They're great. Dick Grayson, Dick Van Dyke.
See, here's the thing. You took one joke and then you just went, oh, yeah, no homo. You did the joke equivalent of a no homo.
Yeah. I sure did.
Hope you're proud of yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, but also, like, I think it's pretty clear that I don't have a problem with gay people whatsoever. I just don't personally like penises.
See, here's the thing. I'm still just gonna be a dick about it.
So we're gonna pull the equivalent of what the Star Wars fandom did to the slug. We're gonna frame the slug for homophobia.
I didn't even realize that's how that meme works.
Yeah, we framed the slug. Like, the slug wasn't homophobic. It was just a slug. He was just trying to vibe. And people just said, oh no, a homophobic slug.
The slug was just vibing, man.
Yeah.
Man, y'all gotta feel real bad when it turns out that slug's gonna come out as gay in a year.
Yeah.
It is a real shame Cody's not on tonight, though, because I was looking forward to accusing him of lying to me about Kickback, the Transformer.
Why? You're not enjoying it?
It's okay, but, like, I legitimately like the Legends figure from 3 years ago better.
Also, I'm pissed, actually. I forgot to tell Boingo this. The Zeal video got copyright claimed. Manually.
Oh, dang.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They just be like, manually, yo, screw you, I'm gonna claim your video, and it's now blocked in, like, all Eastern, like, at least it's not blocked in, like, the places that, like, most of my audience is in, but it is blocked in, like, Japan and a lot of Eastern market.
They may be starting to do that in a general sense because of the Toei situation with Totally Not Mark.
There, yeah,
That might be a blessing in disguise.
Like every Toku video I make, though.
That seems to be a blessing in disguise, if I can be honest, Blood.
Yeah, but, like, I can't make money off it. They're taking, I mean...
yeah, but you shouldn't be relying on YouTube money.
Patreon, subscribe to my Patreon.
Yes, yeah, I should. I mean, I just had the first video with, like, this is my patrons. Go thank them because now I'm making money, so.
Yeah, you gotta be like Kingpin with the Mets.
Yeah, it's the Mets, baby.
It's all about Patreon, baby.
That meme is hilarious. I love that meme, but there's also a part of me that goes like, No, because I'm a fan of the Braves, and the Mets and the Braves are like rivals. So
just like your like
Well,
baseball
Kingpin's a bad
elitism.
guy. Just imagine that Matt Murdock loves the Braves.
Yeah,
no, why would a New York boy born and raised enjoy the Atlanta Braves?
he wants to be a contrarian.
I imagine Matt Murdock would like the Braves just to spite Kingpin.
Exactly.
Oh no, Matt Murdock has a Mets hat and he enjoys the Mets, but he also respects the Braves and will talk about the Braves to piss off Kingpin.
He's on the track.
He'll hear Kingpin 3 blocks down, and he's like, "Oh shit, gotta get my Braves hat out."
Yeah.
Kingpin starts going on about how the Braves are cool, and he just goes like, "Oh yeah, Chipper Jones, fuck you."
This is like a great headcanon. Now I want like an annual where they go to a baseball game together. Fuck X-Men playing baseball. I want Daredevil and Kingpin watching baseball together. And it's just like the most high tension issue ever.
Wolverine is totally a fan of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Probably. I know very little about baseball, so I'm just kind of winging it here.
Toronto Blue Jays are, I think, Canada's only team. They used to have no, they don't have Montreal anymore.
Oh.
Because they're the Montreal.
Who's gonna make Batman Arkham Origins 2 now?
No, there used to be a Montreal baseball team.
Oh, okay. But Montreal still exists. All right, good.
Yeah. No, but their baseball mascot got adopted by their hockey team.
We don't need Arkham Origins 2 anyway. That game sucked.
You know what we need? We need an Arkham game. Just put Moon Knight in it.
Mm-hmm.
Moon Knight. I mean, honestly, like a Moon Knight game, or just a game with Moon Knight in it, with like his own unique moveset.
Oh,
man.
A Moon Knight game where you can like switch between the personalities on the fly, and that changes your moveset.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Oh my god, Moon Knight, Devil May Cry,
exactly.
and all the
I was just
alters are fucking.
All the style changes are like.
I know the name of the game. Moon Knight Midnight Mission.
Oh, hire Marvel, hire us and get platinum games on it.
Hire us to hire game studios for you.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna do it platinum, it needs to kind of feel like Astral Chain.
Yeah.
There's areas you can explore and you can vibe in and you can just run around in, up the movement mechanics a little bit, and that'd be nice, and keep the combat kind of about where it is.
Kind of like a midpoint between Bayonetta and Astral Chain, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the only platinum game I've sunk a lot of time into is Transformers Devastation.
Yeah,
that's a really good one.
Well, a lot of Platinum's licensed stuff is kind of like Bayolite.
Yeah, but I think it is Bayolite, but it's good. I feel like Devastation was the best of their licensed stuff.
Saying it's Bayonetta Light isn't an insult. I'm just saying they were like, yo, we already have a good formula, we can adapt it, let's do that.
Yeah, and also
it was also so good just because apparently everyone at that game studio was a massive Transformers nerd, and they packed tons of shit into it.
Platinum are fucking nerds.
Yeah, I mean, they made a Sentai-inspired game, Wonderful 101.
Yeah.
Which I've heard really good things about, and I want to play it.
I've played it, and I had to stop because there was just a moment where I just couldn't progress anymore just because of a stupid BS thing.
But no, I also have Vanquish, what I want to play one day.
I really want to get to Vanquish, because it just looks pretty neat. It's a very underrated gem in Platinum's library.
I think it's just because everybody was fucking tired of cover-based shooters.
Yeah,
and that's technically what it is.
Yeah,
but it's cover-based shooter in the same way that Bayonetta is Fatal Fury, not Fatal Fury, Final Fight.
Yeah,
you can see it, but they're nowhere near the same. Platinum made a vertical shooter.
I don't know. Are you looking at the Wikipedia or something?
Yeah, I'm looking at their Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sol Cresta. It looks it's just like an old school vert shooter, like Galaga or Galaxian or
I mean,
Sebius.
a lot of their games have those little mini games, those shooting mini games, So.
Oh shit! Taka just got a DX Daiboken.
Ooh.
And it's sealed in box. Holy fuck!
He was just buying a bunch of DVDs, and I'm jealous. I the Total Hero Rescue Fire sets. He got just
Shit, he's throwing up a ton of Bokender stuff tonight.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen Bokender, by the way. I just know those are hella good toys from reviews.
I've tried. I got the Overdrive Megazord just as like a gift once. It's kind of trash.
Oh yeah, that's like apparently the worst of the Bandai of America era Zords, just because they really screwed up the molding on it and like it wouldn't hold together a lot of the time.
Yeah, it fell apart a lot, and it's just like it's probably the worst Megazord I've owned, and it's just like now just having the Dino Fury Megazord, it's like, man, how far we've come.
Oh hey, fucking Mia Yim was at Impact tonight.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You ever just afraid of making a video because a lot of people already made that video?
No, fuck those people.
Yeah, you make a better video.
Yeah, but just can't, like, you're just worried because it's like, oh, that's perfect, but like, no, like, I think I just gotta have more confidence in myself and just learn from them, you know?
Yeah. You've got no time for actions, got to live and learn.
Yeah, exactly. Hanging on the edges of tomorrow's.
That song to this day is still the most exposure I've ever had to Sonic.
No, it's good. It's good. Like, Adventure 2 soundtrack is like S tier. Like, if you're gonna have any exposure to Sonic, that.
Legit, I used to listen to that song and the theme song from Colors all the time.
Oh, Color. Oh, they even made Colors theme better with like the remaster, which like the remaster was like but like the it's the recolored mix. Because it's like the Reach for the Stars is like the most like what if a 4Kids theme went extra hard.
This
In
looks
my
like
opinion.
it would be a great game to play at a CC's Pizza.
Yeah, no, it looks like just an old school arcade game, and it's great.
Yeah. This is the recolored mix of colors. By the way.
Should I listen to this now, or is there a risk of me coming on screen?
Yeah, you know what? Do what you want. Do what you want. Maybe later. Also, I got Final Fantasy 14 for Eid. I was still very early on, like very very early, because I'm just like I'm half and half, and it's just like, you know what? This is my first MMO. This sure feels like how everyone described an MMO.
All right, I listened to the first 10 seconds. That's yes.
Yeah.
That's yes.
Yeah.
My highest rating.
Yeah.
That's an ooh out of yes.
An ooh out of snoo. Also, I'm so pissed that YouTube took down Explode when defeated's Kuga video, because now I'm like, there's no good Kuga videos out there anymore. I mean, maybe there's is, but like.
Well, then I guess we'll just have to do it ourselves.
Yeah, basically, because like basically the next writer review is gonna be Kuga, because like I just finished like double, which means we've done double to the build, so I want to do Kuga through Decade, and then we'll do Geo to cap off all the Heisei reviews. I'm still like considering if I should redo the Blade video. That's like, because the Blade video is very different than like how I usually structure the writer reviews. But like, is it worth it? Because my opinion's never really changed.
Yeah, keep it. It's a relic. You just go back and re-edit the description and go like, hey, this is a little bit older. Doesn't follow the format, but my opinions still haven't really changed with time.
Yeah. I still like proud of that video. It's just, do I want to like re-edit it to like fit the format is what I'm trying to consider. Maybe for the compilation. Maybe I'll make like an exclusive version for the compilations, like, because I do want to like combine all the reviews and like every Heisei Commentator show reviewed. Oh, I just realized I still need to do Amazons for Heisei Phase 2.
Do you know? It's kind of not like a part of the main time.
Yeah, maybe I'll just wait till I do like Amazon Showa. Like, and then it'll just be like, how does it compare and stuff.
Yeah. Do you guys ever like just stare at a YouTube channel hoping that they upload the video you want them to make next?
No, that's me. I just refresh my subscription feed.
Fair enough. Occasionally I'll do that. Like right now I've been kind of camping out Fuse channel because I just really want him to make a video about either Legacy or Masterpiece skids. Like I have to know what he thinks.
Sometimes I just do it. I just do that for inspiration, seeing like, what's your secret, you know?
Yeah, like I think he said he got skids and liked it on Twitter, or he got Legacy skids. But I want like a full-on follow-up video to that big skids video he did. That's just like here is Legacy and Masterpiece side by side. my boy has been done justice. We can all rest easy.
Yeah.
Because I'm literally messing around with Legacy Skids right now, and it's my favorite figure out of the whole first wave of Legacy. Not having a drag strip yet.
I think I realized why a lot of people think Kamen Rider, or they think Kamen Rider is doing better than Sentai, which it is, but why just if you don't look at the sales numbers, if you just look at content wise, Kamen Rider has a shit more spin-offs.
Yeah, they tend to just make more shit if something's making money.
Yeah.
I think it's also just easier to do that with Kamen Rider, because how many people do you have to get for a Sentai spinoff versus a Kamen Rider spinoff?
Good point. I think they tried to experiment with Q Ranger with that one-off episode of Stinger, and then they just you would think, oh, maybe the other Q Rangers will get their own episodes, and they never did.
I think that was also they were putting so much shit into Q Ranger. They really wanted Q Ranger to be the new Jetman.
Yeah.
It had, people forget now, but it had the same kind of push Dawn Brothers has been getting.
Yeah, I mean that's a big reason why I actually got into Sentai. The Q Ranger push was so massive. When it's Q Ranger's decent. It's a good 8 out of 10, but it's no Jetman.
Yeah, there's things I like, and there's a lot that I'm why is this even here?
Yeah, for me, Q Ranger has a bunch of great characters, and then there's a few characters that's why are you here? Are you just here to just be fight?
Hami.
Hami. Man, they did Hami dirty.
Yeah.
Also Spada, but at least I like Spada. I mean,
I feel like people shit on Spada way too much. People act like he never got any focus. He had an episode where they explained his motivations. It's just they never developed it.
Yeah, it really most of his motivations comes of being a Raptor support. Which Raptor's a nice fella.
He's Raptor's big brother, and he's he also has the backstory of I grew up on a planet where food was very scarce, and so that's why I became a chef, because I wanna go back and feed the people of my world. And I'm that's nice and wholesome.
Sanji?
Yeah, I was just about to say
he's literally Sanji.
He's diet Sanji.
Because Sanji also had to starve and eat the leg of his mentor.
Yeah, that.
It doesn't get that dark. No, it's still Sentai. But Sentai does have the benefit over Rider of there's not ever a main character. There's seasons where it's okay, this is our main character, but it's always there's the team that's out front right at the start. So if you do an anniversary show, you can just get any member of the team back, and it kind of works. With Rider, you had Geo, where it was we got some of the mains back, but it's a lot of secondaries and tertiaries.
Yeah, or just I actually liked what they did to the final episodes of Geo, where they just got random one-off characters to just be jobbers.
Freaking Kamen Rider Aqua coming out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, and just having Eternal just coming as just to be a cool jobber. That's neat.
Eternal is always a great double suit.
Yeah, it's probably next to Skull, it's my favorite double suit.
That's interesting because it's my least. It's probably my second least favorite. I'd put Extreme below it. I hate Extreme.
Which Extreme? Because there's two extremes.
Are you Extreme Gold or Extreme Plain?
Both. I hate them equally. But no, the fucking Skull though. Skull is top. Skull is peak Rider design.
There's a reason I based an OC off Skull.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Skull is based off the original concept of Kamen Rider.
Yeah, Skull Man.
He's also maybe the reason I got interested in Kamen Rider, because back in the day when Vangelis was on That Guy with the Glasses, he did a review of the Figuarts Double and Joker that included a bunch of clips from Double, and I was this looks fucking cool. I don't care anything about the story, but I want these figures. And then gradually I found more and more Kamen Rider stuff that got me to start watching Toku. And I still haven't seen Double.
You still haven't finished Double.
Yeah.
Which I just put out a video out. Hint, wink, wink.
Yeah.
But, no, what were we talking about before that? We going down a very long rabbit hole.
Yeah, we just vibing. We shooting the shit. I kind of need this. This week was kind of terrible.
It's vibes. Fuck it. So Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah. Finally.
Doctor Strange.
Okay, so did you... we haven't heard anything from you, sir. Do you like it or not like it?
Me?
Yeah.
It's one of the best MCU movies so far.
Oh, he's not gonna like what we have to say. I mean, we like the movie, I think, but we have problems.
Yeah, we're nitpicky boys.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
I hope everybody enjoyed No Prize this week retroactively.
Yeah. Are you just gonna go into spoil? Because the idea I had was like maybe you could do spoilers on here, and
Yeah,
then
we'll do spoilers here. We'll do full spoilers and we'll do minor spoilers on No Prize tomorrow, which is a week ago. If
yeah,
you're
I
listening
don't
to this
know.
now.
I don't know.
So I want the Legends team to give me just the Illuminati wave.
Okay.
Like just give me a wave that it's the entire Illuminati. We already have Master Mordo, so you don't have to do him again. But give me everybody else. Give me like a new Captain Carter with face printing, and like just make the Build-A-Figure Xavier's chair. Like I feel like that's perfect planning for a wave right there.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Xavier, I'm sorry to admit this. I kind of geeked out when they played the '90s X-Men motif.
I was like, whoa, really?
That made me think, oh, this is less the Fox version of Xavier and more similar to the cartoon one.
Well, the interesting thing is, like, none of them are really the versions we've seen them play before. This is a specific universe where all these versions like these happen to coexist.
Yes.
Which is like fine, it's a good way to still get these actors in and like have these characters, but like you can still like just kill them off. Spoilers.
But I mean, the Black Bolt is the Black Bolt from the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the actor at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The actor came back, and you know what? I'm really glad they gave him the opportunity to be like an
teams at the MCU studios or whatever. But
by the way, how excited are you, Buster? Miss Marvel is the next MCU project to come.
I know. I'm still half and half on it, but like it's just so I thought Inhumans would be taboo, but no, you're gonna acknowledge Inhumans. So why, like, I guess, like, you don't want to, you could still make the Inhumans, like, a minor part, but, like, just...
I mean, we still don't know she's not an Inhuman.
Good point, but it's just, from everything we're seeing, it's just... It's like, you don't find, change your powers, just at least keep her an Inhuman. That's all I ask.
I mean, on the bright side, it seems like she's still going to be a similar... character personality-wise.
Yeah, personality-wise, I have faith. The actress looks like she's very into the role, and I really hope.
I was actually watching some interviews with her and the producers today, and apparently she's like as much of an MCU nerd as Kamala is a Marvel nerd in the comic. I'm like, that's yeah, you make good casting. Yeah,
that's good. I just hope that it's just. There's other aspects I'm worried about, I get that it can't just be an adaptation of the first two trade paperbacks, but just a little change.
Here's the thing, here's also the big thing I say about Miss Marvel and the Inhuman connection. She was barely an Inhuman when the Inhumans were a thing.
Yeah, I get that. It's just it's just real, that minor bit. You don't have to make it
Did you read the
problem.
Inhumans? Have you read Inhumans?
Oh, I have not exactly.
That's the point. She's not an Inhuman.
The only Inhumans book that is worth reading is Death of Inhumans.
And that's
maybe the Black Bolt one. I heard the Black Bolt one was pretty good. The Black Bolt solo by Saladin Ahmed. Everyone loved that one.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's nothing redeemable about the Flacken Inhumans. It's just more of they're like the Eternals. Unless you are into them, you don't give a shit.
Yeah. And they made an Eternals movie, and people acted like it was the worst thing ever. Because it made them read at the start.
I mean, from what I hear, there's actual flaws of the Eternals movie. It's just everyone was over exaggerating as this is the worst thing ever. Where it was have you actually seen bad movies?
Oh yeah, it's not a 10 out of 10. It's a 7 or a 6.
Yeah.
But it's also just it's another thing of everyone complains, oh, all the Marvel movies are too formulaic. They do the same things over and over again. And then you have this person who really puts their directorial style into the movie, and then everyone goes oh, now it's boring.
Yeah. And you have to. It's really interesting how now that we're past the Avengers era, because I believe Kevin Feige said recently there's not going to be another movie with Avengers in the title.
If that Doctor Strange post-credit scene, maybe a different because
Doctor Strange is part of the Midnight Suns.
Oh, Midnight Suns. I thought that was Dark
Or
Avengers.
they'll do comic accurate Defenders.
Ooh,
That would
yeah.
be that would be cool. That would be cool.
I mean, we are getting Fantastic Four, so there's Namor and Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought the mid-credit scene was setting up Dark Avengers. I did not know that was Midnight
No.
Suns.
No, that's not Dark Avengers.
Avengers is a group of villains, dude.
Oh, I thought that was
Dark Avengers is the team led by Norman Osborn.
Okay, the mid-credit scene is Clea, who is Doctor Strange's apprentice and later wife in the comic.
I'm glad they're getting rid of the apprentice thing.
Yeah, because
That's why she left in the first place. Because
she left because she became the Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension, which is where Dormammu is from. And you get the impression she's showing up because she's like, "Yo, you fucked up my dimension at the end of your first movie. Come fix it."
Yeah, and I just love like I kind of like how casual it kind of is. Just like that mid-credit scene is. It's kind of like it's not great for general audiences, but if you know, you know. And I feel like a lot of Marvel stuff.
The person they cast for Clea and the way she played those few lines, perfect foil for this Doctor Strange. She will not take any of his shit, and I love it.
Yeah,
the only thing I didn't like about it is it looks like they just ran her classic costume through an MCU armor template.
Yeah. But I mean, for like a brief on-screen cameo and who is this person? It's fine. It's fine.
They could Woody Harrelson wig it and just be like different costume. That was an alternate universe.
Yeah. And then that final credit scene. I think that's the best credit scene they've had since Cap doing the PSAs in Homecoming.
It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's amazing.
I did see that one. Which was it?
It's at the very end. Okay, remember Bruce Campbell got hit with the curse?
I missed it. Oh,
okay, Bruce Campbell earlier on in the movie got hit with the curse, and at the very end, the curse is starting to fade, and he's no longer hitting himself, and he just looks directly in the camera and says, "It's over! It's finally over!"
That's amazing.
And then they just cut to black. That's the end of the whole movie.
Oh, I kind of hate. I thought it was just gonna be like I usually skip the end credits. I usually stay for mid credits just because I need to go. But man, like that I would have loved to see it because Bruce Campbell was legitimately my favorite part of the movie.
I think it'll be worth watching it again on Disney Plus just for that.
Yeah, definitely. Or at least just a YouTube clip of just that, just all Bruce Campbell scenes. Man,
Pizza Papa, the new best character in the MCU.
Yeah, legit. I need him to be like a universal constant and just be like, there's a Pizza Papa on every.
Yes, Bruce Campbell is the new Stan Lee.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to say that because that feels a bit disrespectful to Stan, but a similar role. Similar role.
But no, since we're talking about Sam Raimi-isms, I love how Sam Raimi this movie is.
Yeah. The directing specifically, because the script was handled by a different guy, and you could kind of tell Sam was late in development. But God, the directing is so good.
Yeah, but he directs it.
They wrote the script, and then Kevin Feige was like, "I don't know if this is right for the guy we had to do the first one. Who else could we get? Hey Sam, you busy? No, I've just been chilling by my pool drinking Mai Tais for 5 years straight. Okay, you want to make an MCU movie? Hell yeah, I'm gonna show these kids how you do a superhero picture."
And he fucking nailed it.
Yeah, I will say, as much flaws complaints nitpicks I have of the story, and the directing, Sam did a great job. He did
just having those perspective handycam shots made a huge difference, I thought.
Yeah, and even just a little blemishes, just having people fight with music notes or just. Oh, the entire scene with Zombie Strange. Oh, that was so good.
Yeah,
I love Zombie Strange being a practical effect. Please,
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, I'm not usually a CGI elitist or private CGI versus practical effect elitist, but oh god, that was so good. It's just you see a zombie head and then he rises and then you see the full effect. And it's and then he uses the dead people, the soul masters as his wings as I love.
There's no explanation for the ghost. There is no explanation for the ghost. It's just oh yeah, no, you're dead. You shouldn't be doing this.
I mean, that's my favorite thing about the movie in general is just
you can buy it.
Every Doctor Strange in every MCU appearance up till now, magic has just been energy constructs. He's just been a Green Lantern. But in this movie, magic is fucking magic. It can be anything, do anything. The plot demands of it.
It's just easier to do quick thingamajigs real quick.
And more creative.
Oh, yeah, no. there's a lot of ingenious little bits in here. I love the multidimensional hopping
Oh
scene.
yeah. That was that like that. I thought like that was great. It's but like they turned into Splatoon for a second. Like, I'm
I'm glad they
surprised.
resisted the temptation to like briefly show established Marvel universes during that scene too.
Yeah, I felt like any minute now. All right, where's the cameo? And I'm like, I'm kind of glad that they just had the cameo just as like just the one part of the movie instead of here's a
cameos
trickle
are
around.
a set piece.
Yeah, it's a
But they're
set.
also like an important plot point because it shows that no matter what the difference in the world, Doctor Strange's character always has that certain flaw, and he needs to recognize it in himself to grow as a person.
Okay, I will
Like,
say that was.
I have like a love-hate relationship with the movie on a whole because like the structure of the movie, how it just kind of starts. It's the first MCU movie where I've been like, okay, I can see how this kind of feels like a theme park ride. But I really like the character through line with Doctor Strange of Doctor Strange is a massive fucking asshole who's constantly in his own way, and he needs to learn to try to not to be.
He needs to learn to trust other people and let them do what they need to do.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I actually have a little problem with that. Now, with the arc, the idea that was great. I do like the "Are you happy?" through line. I just feel like it kind of doesn't end, or like there's not really a resolution. I mean, like it's just a
Here's
minor
the thing.
resolution.
For me, there is, because I saw Clea, and I know Clea.
Well, you're a fucking comic fan.
I know, but like to me, that's the button that's like, oh, Doctor Strange will find happiness because he now has went through this journey of, okay, I know I can trust other people, I can let them do what they need to do, and they can trust me, and we can work together. And then, oh, lo and behold, a powerful woman who will not take his shit, who is an equal of his, that he will fall madly in love with.
Fair,
And I think that's the
storyline.
point of this movie. This movie is he learns that he needs to let himself become happy. The final or the third Doctor Strange movie, because who knows, they might do a fourth like 4. The next Doctor Strange movie is going to be him actually finding that happiness with Clea.
Yeah, but like my thing is like usually these MCU movies, even if they're interconnected, they usually are pretty okay with like giving their characters like an arc like through the movie and like a decent like solid beginning, middle, and end arc, or that like also can expand to their full like a full story if you go through the other movies. I didn't really feel that here. Just kind of like there's not really like a satisfying storytelling.
That's why
resolution.
I've been framing the theme and his character arc more through understanding that he should trust other people and that's the other line. It's you always have to hold the scalpel.
Yeah, I guess.
But in the end,
even
America Chavez and Wong do most of the fucking saving the day because he trusts them.
Yeah, fair. I just wish there was like a better like it was written in a more like clear way to the audience, if that makes sense. Like it just didn't feel like it didn't clearly communicate that Strange has learned this. Like,
which is interesting because Raimi said in an interview the other day that like all the reshoots they did for this movie were literally because after they tested it, they realized they had to baby-proof a lot of things.
Yeah, like it's blatantly obvious. You always have to want to be the one to hold the scalpel. You have to do the thing. That is said like 3 times, and then at the very end, he looks at American Chavez, says, I can't do this. I'm not taking your power. You have to do this.
Yeah, I guess I just like feel like just the way I guess like I needed a bit more explanation. Like I'm fine with things being open, but it felt like not in a
the story to be a little more focused on that rather than multi stuff.
I guess because I felt that's a really interesting angle, and I just feel like and it felt more like they gave Wanda a fine conclusion. I'm a bit mixed.
Speaking of fucking Wanda, I love how the trailer makes it look like she's gonna have as much screen time as the Illuminati, and then she's the fucking villain?
Oh yeah. She's not dead. She's not dead.
Elizabeth Olsen literally said she's gonna stick around until she gets to do Wanda's most iconic line.
Yeah.
Which line? Oh, no
more
mutants.
mutants.
Yeah. Fair.
Which is interesting because this movie does feel like a partial adaptation of House of M to me.
It's less House of M and it's more the Avengers Disassembled.
Yeah. Like, I just, like, my thing with Wanda, I don't hate her as much as other people, but I don't love her as much as other people. I just kind of, like, that's a character. I do like that they went with a slasher movie, like kind of angle with her, or just like, oh, she's and like I'm conflicted or not if whatever they're trying to be more sympathetic or more understanding. I kind of hope that's more understanding because she does a lot of terrible stuff in this movie.
Oh yeah, no. Here's the thing: the way they frame it is, you did horrible shit. You look that in the eye, and she goes like, "Oh, I'm a monster."
Yeah.
That's her character arc. It's her realizing I have went too far, and I need to redeem. Like, I need to fix this.
Yeah, and I do feel like they try to go. I'm just like a lot of these not redemption, but like a lot of these stories where you have a hero that goes on a dark path. It feels more, and especially like because she does a lot of horrible stuff in this movie, and I feel like that needed like my issue with the one.
Eve tore apart the Avengers trying to protect her.
Yeah, and it's just, and I do feel like it's just what.
I mean, a part of the thing is also just realizing this wasn't a redemption arc. It was her going like,
yeah.
"Oh, I fucked up. Let me try and fix this real quick."
No, it's just like I'm trying to it's not a redemption arc. Like I don't want it to be like it just. I'm just worried they want it to be because she used to be a hero and it's like
it's the Marvel
here's the thing.
equivalent.
She's still a hero. She just did a lot of bad shit and she needs to pay for it.
It's the Marvel equivalent of Tara realizing, like, oh no, the Titans are my friends. I have to kill Slade.
Yeah, kind of.
Or, to go for a more comic representative, this is the MCU's Dark Phoenix saga.
Kinda, yeah.
And that was gonna say about. It was gonna be about WandaVision. It's just because WandaVision just like it kind of is like okay, like just kind of like the ending of the thing that pissed me off most about WandaVision about like. Was like it felt like she got off too easy, and I'm kind of glad this movie is like no, you like even though it kind of like okay, she has to do more bad things in order for her to get punished properly. You know, it's
here's the thing though, you gotta kind of understand about WandaVision is when the whole thing started, she was not in control. She only took control midway through and wasn't 100% certain how everything happened.
Oh yeah.
And when she realized, oh, this is all my fault, she was like, okay, I need to figure out how to stop this. And
I do love how when he first shows up, she's like, "You're here about Westview, aren't you?" And he's like, "I don't have fucking Disney Plus. I need your help." And then he finds out she's the problem, and he's like, "Oh shit, okay." I mean, honestly, doing this now.
You kind of need scenes like that for the people who did not watch WandaVision.
Yeah.
Like I say, you don't need to watch everything to understand anything in the MCU because they will explain what you need to know.
Even then, you can just do I feel like if you could Google search, like, you can just do quick Google searches, man. Just be like, okay, or just like, there's YouTube videos saying what happened here.
Or what happened to reading Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, a good team of filmmakers will just implant that information in the movie for you.
Naturally done. It'd just be like, oh, like, yeah, it's I do it is like a lot happened since the first. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like the MCU can get away with it more than other films because it's just such a huge pop culture. I just really like indie comics.
You're walking in, you're going into Avengers and you're like, all right, Invincible's gonna be in this one, right?
Yeah. Can't wait for that Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim is my favorite defender.
You get back to Invincible, like I've kind of the reason I kind of stopped like reading, I just because I was like I already read like half the book and I'm like, you know, okay, I need to save some of this. Then Robert Kirkman turned out to be screwing over his coworkers, and I'm like,
oh, bad. Is that a thing? I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, the colorist said he wasn't getting residuals for being a creative input on Invincible, even though he's a colorist.
Oh. I mean, it's a half and half. I know it was like some of his other like writers were like artists.
I heard nothing about writers. I only saw a colorist.
Okay, fair.
And if you know anything about how American comics are produced, that's fucking weird.
Yeah,
being a colorist is like one of the lowest rungs on the totem pole.
Yeah,
like the only thing lower is
it's valuable work, but like. There's a certain level you can't reach being just a colorist.
Okay, I did not know that. I just heard he was screwing over people, like other people, but like I don't know. We'll all look more into it later.
All right,
I mean, even then, I'll still continue it later.
All right, so
I'm still fucking reading Warren Ellis shit. So
yeah.
All right, so we hit upon fucking the Illuminati, but I don't think we talked about the real elephant in the room. Well, Buster and I did before we started recording, but all right. So, how did you guys' theaters react to Mr. Fantastic?
Oh, it was beautiful because
theater was silent.
Because
Like, all the
honestly,
movies.
theater was silent, but me and Cody were just going, "This is fucking John Krasinski."
That's interesting because I went to a 10:20 showing on Friday, 10:20 a.m. And it was me. There was a guy like behind and to my left. There were two guys a little ways down from me. And then there was like a group of like 10 people up at the front who they weren't the Batman levels of bad, but they were like chatting after every major thing for 10 seconds. And then those two guys, they were clearly big comic book readers because after every big comic book thing, they screamed so loud that you would miss the next 2 lines of dialogue. And with Jonathan Krasinski, it was like the next 5 lines of dialogue.
Yeah, like, you see, my Batman and Sonic experiences were terrible, so I was a bit hesitant of going to see Strange. Looked like my theater was pretty quiet. Like, I feel like I was the annoying one because I went gasp and like, and then I just had to quiet myself. Just be like.
But no, John Krasinski looked amazing. He stepped right off the fucking page.
I think the costume's a little over-designed, but that's the only criticism I have of it, other than just like, okay, I think he did fine in the little bit he was given here, but I generally don't like Jonathan Krasinski as an actor. He usually comes off as like a wet noodle to me.
I mean, that's perfect for for Reed Richards, though.
Yeah.
Like me and Vac were talking about this. He's like, Reed is probably going to be the next big pillar of the MCU. So it's like he needs a bit more dynamic, a little extra spice if he's going to carry this franchise.
I get people have been fan casting him since like right around the time of WandaVision, but I kind of hope that this is a one and done to placate those people. Like when we get our main MCU, when we get our 616 Reed Richards.
It's not 616.
They said 616.
Look,
I didn't know fucking Batsy Braddock, the fucking Captain Britain, said 616. Oh, was that fucking Batsy Braddock?
If there could be multiple Earth ones, on DC, I think we can have multiple 616.
No, it's Earth 199999.
You're gonna keep justifying this until they say 616 in the main MCU universe, aren't you?
Dude, it's a fun number to just go like, hey, here's the number. You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna see a fucking Captain Britain, and someone and Doctor Strange is going to go like, yeah, no, we're like Universe 616, and go like, no, you're not. And it's gonna be played off as like a fucking Shaggy Dog joke.
Okay.
Are you in the Kevin Feige boardroom? Did you went to the retreat?
I'm sorry, you talking about Kevin Feige, the man who is worshiping the comics and reflecting and responding to them entirely?
All right. No, when we get our proper Reed Richards, I hope he's played by somebody else. I hope this is a one and done to placate the people who have been fan casting John Krasinski.
I hope that too. Though Cody did send me a fucking like one of those like news websites that just prints fucking rumors and says it's news. Saying like that, he might be Mr. Fantastic. I'm going like, no.
No, I hope it's not. I just hope especially with the way he goes out, it's just funny to me. Just because it's like, stop listening to stupid fan cast. So just be like, ha, you all got screwed.
Especially because like people are also saying that his real life wife, who is also an actress, should play Sue Storm because she's blonde. And they supposedly have great chemistry together, even though I've never seen that in a movie where they're together.
Quiet Place?
I had good chemistry in that movie. I thought they both did shit performances.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I know. I didn't like Quiet Place a whole lot. But then again, I'm generally not a horror fan either.
But that's what I'm also thinking of, like, because here's the thing. The woman who was Captain Marvel was the mom of Monica Rambeau.
Yeah. She's Carol's best friend in the Captain Marvel movie.
The Professor Xavier is a man who's not going to want to continue playing this role.
Yeah.
He peaked he finished the character arc in Logan. In Logan, He's done with the character. He's probably too old to sign up for another 5, 6, 7 films.
Yeah, so they're probably gonna recast.
This was just a last little, hey, let's get you in the MCU just to say you were in here, so you can be like put up with all the rest of them, and it's like, yeah, you're finally here.
Yeah.
And then you have the guy who played Black Bolt. They give him a send off. He tried to be a hero. He was a badass until the one scene, and that was a fun, clever death.
Yeah. That was a scary death. Like I was like, oh, okay.
Though, like it was peak comic book magic.
Yeah, it was like that felt like straight out of a page.
That legit feels like a goddamn scene from Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe kind of thing.
Yeah,
I can see that.
When Marvel gets like overly edgy.
Yeah.
And then you have Captain Carter, who is just a thing they've been building forever. She feels like almost like an unsung pillar of the MCU at this point.
Yeah, that was neat. I like that. I liked her action beats. Those were cute. Also to that person who said you need to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to fully understand the impact. Go. What the hell are you? Okay.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. This movie also fucking goes like, yeah, no, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, basically. I think that's in like the Disney Plus Marvel section. It's just like legacy Marvel content now.
Yeah. And that's also why all Marvel things, all MCU things now say a Kevin Feige production.
Kevin Feige, just Bald Men presents. Bald Men with hats present. They should that's what they should call every Kevin Feige production.
Like, yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Also, here's the thing. Another reason why the 616 thing doesn't work, because 838, I think is so she said her universe was, is already taken.
Oh,
pretty sure.
What is 838 in the comics?
Hold on, now let me check.
I just realized that number is probably gonna get screwed over thanks to this movie. Like, just not like screwed over, just like Google searching, that number's gonna get screwed over. Yeah, it's fine. Like, I felt like they kind of like the marketing overhyped it, but that's kind of like every Marvel thing these days. So it's just like, who cares?
Well, they sold us on one thing that was in the movie, and they oversold the importance of it so that they didn't give away the importance of another thing.
Yeah, which is what you're supposed to do in a trailer.
Fair. I don't know.
But I think from the trailers, I thought like it was going to be Shin McGorath chasing America the whole movie, and then no, he's a fucking Power Rangers monster.
Yeah.
No, and they can't use Shin McGorath as the name, so they use Gargantos.
I mean,
well, they don't even say Gargantos in the movie. He's just a demon in the movie.
Yeah, maybe if they get that whole Shin McGorath thing like settled, like maybe they'll just use him properly later. Just a thought.
Also, we got a Wundagore Mountain 838. Is 838 a... Yeah, no, 838 hasn't been used before.
Interesting.
Wait, Boingo was wrong?
Boingo Rider exposed.
I don't know, maybe it's an in-joke in the Marvel Writers Room, I don't know.
But no, Mount Wundagore was...
Here's the thing, every other...
The fucking Living Tribunal was in this movie, I just remembered!
Yeah, and guess what? He looks like the Living Tribunal. It's still the Living Tribunal. There's only one tribunal.
Yeah.
Wait, where? I forgot.
When they first start doing the fly through a bunch of universes thing, the like second universe they go through, you see the Living Tribunal's face.
Oh, okay.
But that's kind of there's only one Living Tribunal.
Mm-hmm. Like he is a universal constant. Like I think he's one of the big cosmic guys who's in charge of like judging people or something.
The Living Tribunal's in charge of the balance of power. He started out just being the balance of magic, like less only good magic. It's just more of like, as long as there's magic, so long as good and evil are in balance and harmony, I don't give a fuck. But now it's just kind of like power, so it's magic, it's cosmic, it's gamma, it's all that stuff.
Now, I think there's only one other big thing we need to get into here. How do you feel about the Vishanti being boiled down to just being the counterpoint to the Darkhold?
That's what it's been in the comics.
Okay, so the Book of the Vishanti is a thing in the comics?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what Doctor Strange uses to cure vampirism.
Interesting. I only knew them as the council that decides who the Sorcerer Supreme is.
That's the Vashanti. The Book of the Vashanti is a list of counterspells to counter the Darkhold, because the Darkhold was written by Cathan.
Okay. That's interesting, because after she saw the movie, Tiffany of Comic Pop posted a GIF that looked like she was frustrated by it. And I was like, okay, what set her off? And then I saw that, and I was like, that's probably it.
I don't know, because she's even the one who fucking said it that way. She fucking the Doctor Strange fucking Dracula episode.
Oh yeah. So I don't know what. I'll just wait.
Maybe
they do their review of it tomorrow.
I know a lot of people were just not happy with this movie, which is fair, but like I still, like it's not like I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be, but it's not as like great as its biggest supporters are making it out to be.
We also haven't talked about America Chavez.
Oh yeah, she's great. They should have mentioned what her like orientation was, because I mean it's good that
Kevin Feige has actually gone on record for why they didn't. She's only 14. And they didn't want to make the actress like they didn't want to do that with the actress.
Fair, I guess.
She is a lesbian, so
I guess they'll just wait till Young Avengers or something.
Here's the GIF she posted. I just realized that might be interpreted positively as well.
Yeah, because it's like he's like happy crying. Maybe it's like, oh yeah, they did the thing.
Yeah, no. There's even like an article on it from Out.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It just also felt like comically that like this movie got banned just for 12 seconds.
Yeah, but at least fucking Disney hasn't been kowtowing as much.
Yeah, although I feel like any minute now.
Just wait until her and Hawkeye are on screen together. We're gonna get our first lesbian kiss in the MCU. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Is Kate Bishop bi?
I think Kate's. I don't know if Kate's sexuality has been explicitly stated, but I kind of interpret her as pan, because like her and America are constantly flirting in the comic.
But also, like, remember the actress was 14 when she was casted.
Mm-hmm.
So like
I kind of if we both don't find someone by the time we're 30, we're just gonna marry each other.
Is that an actual like trope? Or,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also someone who goes like, "Yo, just be poly. Just let
we need more like poly rep in media."
Yeah.
But no, I genuinely loved a lot of this movie. I thought it was fun. I also thought the Ramy-isms were
Ramy, what? Sorry.
Honestly, the only real problem with it is not enough Rintra. We got very little Rintra. I want more Rintra.
Yeah. Who's Rintra?
Rintra's the big.
Yeah, you should have been like a character. You should have been along with Wong. Also, I felt like cheering when Wong came on screen because, like, yeah, my boy.
I also love how they're not making Wong stop being the Sorcerer Supreme. He's the Sorcerer Supreme in the MCU. That's just how it is.
He's the Chad. Yeah. He's a Chad, man.
But I also love how Wong recognizes that Strange is just as good a sorcerer as he is, and it's like, you're my bro. We're working together.
Yeah. Like legit, Wong is probably my favorite character in the MCU. Just like next to like just has this energy about him, and like partially because it's like of memes, but like legit, like he's such a great character.
Wong really feels like the new Agent Coulson, where it's like he came in just to facilitate a role, and like people responded to him so well that he's now moved well beyond what he was intended to be.
Yeah, no, you can't have to me, you can't have Strange without Wong, and he needs to be a bit like. Would I have enjoyed more Wong in this movie? Yes. But Wong being a fucking power player?
Yeah.
Plus, who knows? There might be a Wong Disney Plus show on the horizon.
But they better.
You know what? Okay. It's a little hackneyed in the comics. And I'm not saying hackneyed in a bad way. It's just more of like, it is hacked together as a concept.
Half-baked?
Not half-baked. It's done with good intention. There's a thing called Agents of Atlas. Where the main focus of that is it's an Asian-focused super team. So it's like East Asia, South Asian, like Asian heroes from all over that area of the world just coming together, working together. And it's headed up by Augustus Chow.
Okay.
Fair.
The reason why I say it's like a little half-baked is just kind of like, oh, let's put all the Asian heroes in like one little thing.
It feels like in order to the Hurt Business.
Yeah.
It feels like in order to do that properly, you'd actually have to get like actual Asian creatives on board, and I'm not sure how willing. Like, I know that probably for comics you can do that, but movie like Hollywood is very
I mean, they
white
pulled it off for
leaning.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, fair. Although,
I mean,
like
they're
even then,
trying.
I just like they would need to commit, is what I'm saying. Like no half-baked
no.
measures, you would have to fully commit, is what I'm saying.
You
Like,
no, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you could do something like that with like Wong, Shang-Chi,
yeah.
introduce a couple other heroes.
Or even just then, just keep having Wong cameo in Shang-Chi movies. That would be great.
I mean, if the rumors are true and oh god, Mark Ruffalo is done after She-Hulk, you could always bring in Amadeus Cho to have a male Hulk if you want to do that.
Yeah, I feel like he's an inevitability. Like
I mean, we
Amadeus.
saw his mom
What was she in?
in Age of Ultron.
Oh, that's who that. Okay, I didn't even know she was a comic book character.
I don't know. Honestly, it's like the Marvel movies feel like these like very much fanwink movies that got way too big for like that are marketed towards mainstream moviegoers at this point.
I mean, yes, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying, like that's fine.
See,
like
here's
for
the
us
thing.
nerds,
To me,
I'm just
they're truly not fanwink movies until we get Sleepwalker.
Fuck off with your goddamn Sleepwalker.
I am saying they are going to bring Sleepwalker in some way, somehow. I know it. Follow me here.
I don't wanna.
Moon Knight
Ugh.
just dealt with something called dealt with a large topic of the collective unconscious. And in this, they talk about how your dream world might be another reality. You know, the same place Sleepwalker's from.
Yeah.
We might be getting sleepy.
Oh god.
I'm not saying give him a movie or give him a Disney Plus show. Have him be a guest star in something else. That's what Sleep's good for. He's good.
You know what? Make him like make him to Midnight Suns what Hawkeye was to the first Avenger.
Yes, that is exactly what you need to do.
yeah. Anyway, can we move on? I feel like we've marveled out this
Me and Beck are still gonna have to marvel out.
We're gonna have to. We gotta fucking talk about the last episode of Moon Knight tomorrow.
Okay, well, like later, like
Yeah. Like tomorrow, we're doing that.
Tomorrow or a week ago for the listeners.
Yeah, time is
also isn't the 25th when Obi-Wan's happening?
Obi-Wan drops on the last Friday of the month, which is the 27th.
Oh, okay.
I feel like something happens on the 27th, but I don't know what.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well,
That's the only thing happening. Shut up.
Just like
Actually, because I'm going to be having Fridays off now, I'll probably fucking pull an all-nighter to watch Obi-Wan right when it drops.
yeah. 2
Yeah.
a.m. Obi-Wan's, baby.
3 a.m.
We're getting 2 episodes the first week. I'm excited.
Hopefully, it will be better received than Book of... I know you guys like Book of Boba Fett, and I haven't seen it yet, but like, I just want Star Wars fans to be happy for once.
I feel the same way about Book of Boba Fett that I do Multiverse of Madness, in that I like it more than its detractors seem to hate it, but I'm willing to admit it has flaws.
Yeah. I think that's how I'll probably feel about it, just because it looks like a very messy show, but like it's still a very like fun show, you know.
Uh-huh.
Just because it's because I feel like a great description I've heard about is like it's not the Book of Boba Fett, it's the book of this character and this character and this character and this character and this.
By the way, did you guys see those images of Mark Hamill doing the body acting for Luke going around the other day?
No.
Ooh, let me see if
It just makes me. I think I saw them, and it just makes me a tad more pissed that they went like CGI recreation, but I don't want to get into that discussion now. That caused the worst episode of this podcast.
Back, I'm just on the Marvel wiki and I'm looking at the page for Thunderstrike, and the main picture they're using for Thunderstrike is his zombie version from the recent thing.
Oof.
Oh my god,
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Aw.
Man, I think I just realized like a lot of the reason like I have a trouble like consistently keeping up with comics. It's not the monthly release schedules or like the or even the content. It's just like I just like have a very specific taste. Like,
that's a great album cover you just posted in the chat, Boyko.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's some good artwork.
Oh yeah, Cleo was just recently finding him in the comics.
Yeah.
Also, like I was watching this video on like face acting in movies, And I'm like, in like movies and shows, and I know this guy probably doesn't watch Kamen Rider. But man, it just felt like Kamen Rider would have been a perfect example to use in that.
You mean body language?
Yeah, like suit acting and stuff.
Okay,
like,
you said face acting, and I'm like, you can't see a Kamen Rider's face.
well, I meant suit acting. Like the art, like the video was called "The Art of Acting with No Face." And I was like, it's a good video, but I felt like it would have been even better if they mentioned all the cool because there's so many great moments to use.
Here's the thing, though. I would say a lot of like people who make those videos would probably look at Kamen Rider and Tokusatsu in general and go like, no, it's bad. It's overacted.
Yeah, that's that. Even though it's fine, it's
they're trying to convey emotions for a younger audience who won't be able to understand nuance.
Yeah, it's like that, and it's like and there's still nuance in those things. Like you freaking look at the broken helmet scenes, or like a lot of dramatic, like the freaking every moment of Kamen Rider build.
No, here's the thing that critics are idiots over. Overacting is not bad acting. Overacting is a style of acting.
Exactly. Thank you. It just because
it can be bad. Just look at The Room.
Yeah, it's like
You go.
Here's the thing. The problem with The Room is that it's like a half measure. It's like bored, but it's not like it doesn't fully commit to its overacting. All right, go ahead.
But it can be good. Look at this recent Doctor Strange movie. It is overacted. It is wonky and wacky.
Very entertaining.
It's such good shit.
Well, when Bruce Campbell says the things, it's like great.
Nobody steals from Pizza Papa.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to just be like the big Marvel nerd and go like, oh, he's actually this character in this universe, as just like a way to make him like a full, not just a cameo, but like a full thing, you know?
Give Bruce the respect he deserves. Papa, and that's that.
I bet you dollars to donuts the Spider-Man writer is going to have a pizza vendor and just harass Spider-Man, goes like, hey, you want to fuck with Pizza Papa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just he'll look like an off-brand version of Bruce Campbell. Man, yeah. That was probably the most euphoria I felt in the movie. Like that's after the rest of the movie. It's just like I just love Bruce Campbell. Like I just watched the first Evil Dead recently, and he's so good in that.
I've actually never seen any of the Evil Dead movies. I ought to do that.
It's on Tubi. The first one's on Tubi. The second
like legit, Bruce Campbell's entire cameo in that movie is just a reference to Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Because in the second Evil Dead, he does that in the movie. He punches himself in the face.
Oh, yeah. Well, I still need to see the second one, but like I love the first one. It's very much, you could tell the production was falling apart, but that kind of works. And it's like favorite, and it's just the creativity. It just like Evil Dead reminded me why I love movies. Honestly,
nice.
Oh, I had one of those moments recently too because I watched Bahubali.
Yeah, Aki
Bahubali, right? Bahubali 1, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was real good.
Yeah, I need to see that.
It took me a second to find because I wanted to have the original audio and not like a dub.
Yeah.
So the first one I found was the English version, and it's like, nah, I don't want that. Then the second one I found was the Hindu version, and I was like, oh, wait a second, it wasn't originally released in Hindu, so I looked, what's the language it was originally released in, and does Netflix have it? Netflix did, and I think it was Tamil? I think that's the version I watched. Look, I just wanted the sounds to match their lips.
You sure did, buddy.
No, it was real good.
Yeah.
I need to watch things. I need to make things. I need to do things with my life. I need to get out and meet people.
Yeah.
I need to.
Honestly, I kind of don't want to meet anybody anymore after this week. After finals is done, I think I'm just content of just staying in my room and just chatting with you guys and working on watching.
Nah, fuck humanity.
Yeah, it just like finals is. I'm working on a group project, and it's stressing me the hell out, and I'm just like, no, I can't work with people anymore. I refuse.
People can be shitty, but you gotta find the not shitty ones.
Yeah, and it's like I think I've already found the not shitty ones, and I think
Well, I appreciate you're wrong.
Well, like not shitty compared to everybody else. I don't know.
As Snowcone has said to me in previous times, the conversation always goes like this. Snowcone would say, I hate people. Then I would look at him and go, but I'm people. And he goes like, no, you're not. You're good.
Yeah.
You're a person.
You're actual human being instead of annoying guy.
You're a real human being.
Also, I found that cover on YouTube. I thought it looked neat, and I'm going to watch it later.
Arabian Nights in the Arabic language.
That's good.
It's Arabian Nights from Aladdin.
Oh.
I mean, Aladdin has good songs. I just don't like the movie. I honestly, even just compared, I just not really into the Renaissance era of Disney. That's just like.
What about immediate post-Renaissance, like Emperor's New Groove, Lilo and Stitch?
I feel like the golden age of Disney movies for me starts with Mulan and like ends like before like the movie like Atlantis or Treasure Planet, and right before the Home on the Range comes out.
Yeah, post-Renaissance is kind of our childhood, speaking to me and Buster. Like, I watched the Renaissance movies and the pre-Renaissance movies growing up, but, like, they didn't have the same impact on me.
Yeah,
like,
even then,
here's the Disney
Pixar
movies
had a...
Yeah, it's Pixar.
Yeah, Pixar was just way more impactful for me. Just seeing the Monsters Inc. and the Toy Stories, those were just way more films I would rewatch consistently more than, like, the Renaissance stuff.
Though I probably liked Lilo and Stitch the most out of any of that stuff. Like Lilo and Stitch was like the first franchise I could say I was fully into, and like I tried to watch all of it.
Yeah, I was kind of like I kind of was scattered with Lilo and Stitch. Like I watched the first movie, I mostly watched the direct-to-video sequel. That was the finale to the whole thing. Oddly enough, without watching like the other things. I need to like do like a rewatch of.
There's Lilo and Stitch, Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, and then Leroy and Stitch.
Leroy and Stitch was the one I watched the most out of all those movies.
Well, and then there's also the movie that sets up Stitch the series, and then there's Stitch the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like.
We do not talk about anime Stitch. We do not talk about anime.
Yeah, we already.
No, like growing up, the Disney stuff I watched the most, just because it was around, was Renaissance and Xerox era.
Interesting.
What's a Xerox?
That's like 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was after Disney, Walt had died, and they were trying to make animation cheaper.
What would Walt have done era? No, that's a different era.
No, what Walt would have done was like right after Walt died, and they were trying to get their footing, and then they realized we can't do that. Let's just try and do something. But also, they were getting their budget slashed a lot, so they developed a process of making animation cheaper by basically Xeroxing the pencil sketches and using those as inks.
Yeah.
So that was like 101 Dalmatians, Robin Hood, Sword in the Stone,
Black Cauldron.
Yeah, Black Cauldron. Black Cauldron, I feel like it's a really bad rap. That's a cool fantasy.
Yeah. And I see it kind of the Xerox era kind of.
Jungle Book. Jungle Book's like the biggest one from that era.
Yeah, Jungle Book, Aristocats.
Mm-hmm.
The Rescuers Down Under, Rescuers.
I keep forgetting that Rescuers is a Disney.
Yeah. It feels like a who's the guy who did Nim?
John Bluth.
Yeah, Bluth. They feel like John Bluth movies.
It's the mouse, isn't it? It's the mouse.
It's the tone of the adventure, but like I would say the Xerox era ended with
the movie before. Yeah, the movie before Little Mermaid.
I'd say like it's that's the perfect in between the Xerox and the Renaissance. Then Little Mermaid's Renaissance up till Mulan, which is end of Renaissance, and then I'd say Tarzan and on is post Renaissance till Home on the Range.
Oh man, Tarzan was my jam.
Tarzan was great. Honestly, legit, I miss the Phil Collins era of fucking Disney cartoons.
I still listen to some of Phil Collins' Disney songs. Son of Man is a bop.
Phil Collins. I don't really have an opinion on him. He's fine.
Phil, you know what about Phil Collins? I don't know.
You know about Phil Collins? That fucking guy. He exists. He's fine. He does stuff.
I'm stealing that for a review.
Tarzan is Phil Collins, and even though it wasn't Phil Collins, I'd still say Treasure Planet's I want this moment to be real. This kind of fits with the Phil Collins era.
I want to rewatch Brother Bear 'Cause I know everyone hates that movie, but I really liked it when I saw it, so I'm like,
I haven't thought
enjoyed
about it in years, but I remember liking it a lot as a kid.
I'll probably dislike it, not as much as everyone else, but like still like, that's not great, you know?
I mean, they didn't Flanderize native
Yeah, as
native people.
much.
They didn't Flanderize native people or their beliefs. They treated them with respect. So
Yeah, I think it's just the people just hate the cartoony animal thing, which I'm like, yeah, I'm okay with that.
But also, Rick Moranis plays a moose,
Yeah,
Ooh.
the Moranis moose.
The Ramoose.
and he's great as a moose.
Yeah.
I love those mooses.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I need to find the time to just binge the Chainsaw Man comic because it just like, I want to finish it because it looks
the
so
anime
good.
is going to be coming out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, like any minute now.
Oh my
I don't
god,
know.
Twitter is legit recycling a trend.
That happens all the time.
Remember when fucking No Way Home came out and everybody was like, this was my big childhood crossover? Now people are doing that with Multiverse of Madness.
But there wasn't even much of a crossover. There was more.
Yeah. Like
Time
I
is
was just
cyclical.
saw somebody post the Superhero Wars poster and say, this was my Multiverse of Madness. And I'm really tempted to quote retweet it and just say, shut the fuck up.
I just kind of want to just quote tweet that with any time a Toku fan tries to like be like, oh, look at how better I am than like these, like, you're all that, like, I mean, Toku fans say they're better than the MCU fans, and then they'll make as much like shallow critiques as the MCU fans usually do. You know, it's
Like-
just you're no better than.
I want Toku to be more relevant, but I hate how desperate Toku fans are for it to be relevant.
Yeah, just have it be the thing.
Here's the thing. You want to know how you make Goku more relevant? You just point out to all the anime fans. It's like, hey, you want to understand anime more? Watch Toku.
At least watch Ultraman. But like we've tried that, and that failed miserably with Gridman and Dinosaur, even though those are great shows.
Here's the thing, because they weren't forced to watch Toku. They were allowed to watch anime.
Yeah. Oh, and we also just need accessibility options. Just because I don't want to like point people to like shady sites to just watch these shows. I mean, luckily Ultraman basically now like most of the series are on Tubi and like Shout Factory TV.
It's interesting how Subaraya kind of proved you want people to be into something weird and obscure, just put it in front of them.
Yeah.
Same thing Max has been saying about fighting games. Maximilian Dude.
Yeah, like he's very much emphasizing that.
Or like we keep screaming about comic books needing to be back in grocery stores.
Yeah. Because it's like, yeah, like digital comics are a thing, and that's primarily how I read comics, but you know, some people, they still like their physical media. They still like their like...
Here's the thing though, digital places is still over there. You need to put them in front of people's faces and go like, it's there, read it.
That's why Ultraman DVDs are in fucking Walmart.
Yeah, and like Best Buy. But also another thing to consider about that, just like Comixology might have done a big blow to the accessibility of digital comics. Like, just not sorry to remind you guys, but like, just that's also another thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like, put comics in, because here's the thing. Part of the reason why you should put comics in grocery stores isn't to sell comics in grocery stores. It's advertisement. It's to remind people, hey, you can read Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You can read Batman. You can read Superman.
Yeah, at least put the big guys. Like, just put like big like issues. Like, even just put like Archie style digest books.
Like we're legitimately recording this on Free Comic Book Day, and I don't think any of us went this year. One of us, it was probably because no transportation. The other one, what did you say it was before we started recording, Buster?
I just forgot, and I slept in.
Yeah, and I actively decided not to go because Free Comic Book Day is usually just I don't know how it is at your local comic book store, but my area, it is a loud mess mixed with people who care way too much about comics and people who got dragged there by people who care way too much about comics, and none of them are fun to talk to.
Yeah. Sounds like opening night at the Batman.
Yeah.
Man, I love that movie, but like
I'm glad I saw it like a month after it released.
You should be glad, because I went there and I just like, I think I might have lost a friend there. I think I might have that experience was just so annoying. I think I might have lost a friend there. Just because I'm just like, I don't think I want to talk to you as much, just because you were being so shitty here.
But no, I think I think the cinema experience is going to be a little crud for the next year or so because all the assholes are going back to the theater and wanting to get out of their system, and we don't have theater etiquette properly ingrained. Like, theater etiquette is a set of manners that you need to understand, and if you get out of practice.
Fair. Like, well, it's the growing pains era of, like, how do we do theater? And I feel like instead of, like, that could be, like, movies are so important. Like, we already know movies are important. We're in the movie. I'll just think, this is how you should act at your theater. Just have, like, funny jokes and stuff.
And here's the thing. Certain theaters, there should be a lot of culture of talking and gallivanting. That should be fine. But not every theater needs to be like that. You know what I mean?
Anyway, actually, yeah, speaking of comics, just a random thought, because unfortunately we're probably going to have to deal with the Doctor Strange spoiler. We're probably going to have to deal with people, like, repraising the Fan Four Stick movies and Fantastic Four, just in general, the old Fantastic Four movies. What do you feel about the 2005 Fantastic Four designs?
The designs were good. The Thing was amazing.
Yeah, I really like the Thing's practical. Like, it looks like straight out of the Ninja Turtles.
The character designs were near perfect from me, outside of the fact that Jessica Alba is a human person. But the story sucked ass.
Yeah,
the story could have definitely used more.
That's what it sounded like. You know, good visuals, awful story and writing.
And I've never seen Fan Four Stick, so don't ask.
I don't. Yeah, I just say Fan Four Stick just because it's like it's the funny mock name I have. Like, we all have for, like, those. Yeah. Trying to think.
How many fucking times are the Marvel Legends team gonna have to explain that they work off of concept art before people understand that shit?
I think that's just Disney's being pricks. And don't about it.
Because we got that new picture of the Fours from Empire Magazine today, and people are posting them compared with the Marvel Legends, and they're like, "Look how inaccurate the figures are," and I'm like, yeah, no shit, it's based off of concept art. What the fuck did you expect?
Yeah. I think that's just like it's either we're gonna have the figure, like, super late, like the upcoming Spider-Man Legends, but they'll be, like, orphaned in the long run, but, like, at the point, like, who's gonna care about the hype? Or we gotta, like, cash in on the hype, and the figures won't be, like, 100%, like, up to par with people's expectations, you know?
Yeah, like, it's gotten to the point where Marvel is specifically creating designs for the movie just to be toys, so toys can be out at the same time of the movie, and then they're not telling the people anything else about the movie so that they don't spoil it with product leaks and stuff like that. Like, that's why there were so many. Well, there wasn't even a whole lot, but that's why we got so many different looks for Spider-Man in No Way Home. Is, oh, we need Spider-Man toys on the shelf at the same time as our Spider-Man movie. But the things that are really toyetic are massive spoilers.
Yeah. So just, like, here's just random off thing.
Yeah. Here's a black costume Spider-Man that's not black costume Spider-Man.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like the spoiler culture is starting to get, like, pretty annoying, both for the consumer and just for everyone involved.
Yeah, it's weird because, like, it's not super annoying to me these days, but, like, I get how it can be annoying because I remember fucking Last Jedi when people were saying Rey's hairstyle was a spoiler.
We're at the other end of the goddamn spoiler hate train, I think.
Yeah, we're just like yeah, no. Just give me good story. Give me good movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like. I don't like. Just like, I feel like I just don't want to watch trailers as much anymore. Not just because I don't want to get spoiled. It's just because I don't find trailers as entertaining as I used to.
Interesting.
Like, unless it's like something I'm like really excited about, or unless it's like an E3 where I'm like watching all the trailers back to back, where it's like, oh, it's that thing. Like, if it's like a movie trailer where it's like, this is trailer for this movie, I'm like, okay, sure, I'll see like all the cool screen caps on Twitter. But if it's like I'm watching an event saying we're gonna showcase a bunch of games, and then they play a trailer for a game I don't know about, that's more exciting to me. Sorry, that's way over explaining my ADHD brain.
That's fair.
Yeah. You know, like, I feel like there's like two annoying sides of superhero critique. The ones that are like, oh, it's like stop. Like, it just the you know, it just, I feel like it's like people are like, oh, why are you all praising like these movies as high art? And I'm like, we're not. We're just, I don't know.
I think there's a lot of confusion between something being popular meaning that it's the best possible thing, and something popular just meaning that it's something that's successful and people like.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm sure there's those annoying people out there. It's just, it feels annoying when, like, they call out, like, oh, it's all of you, when it's like, it's just that annoying person. Just quote
Like, people
retweet them.
forget Michael Bay's Transformers movies were the highest grossing movies every year they came out until the MCU really took off.
Yeah, like, even then, like, when the MCU took off, like, Age of Extinction made $1 billion.
Yeah.
That movie was shite.
And people clapped at the end of my showing of Age of Extinction.
Sorry, I just really hate Age of Extinction.
I think it's the best of the Michael Bay movies, but it's still not a great movie.
It just that's my most miserable theater experience ever. Like, I was just waiting for that thing to end. I was in a crowded theater. I was like so tired. I was just wanting to sleep, and the movie was so loud and obnoxious. And why did Optimus Prime kill somebody?
But no, Buster, on what you were talking about, like, why do people just say everybody is blanket statements? People make people hot.
Yeah, fair.
Because they're
Clout and
blankets.
clicks. I really gotta stop answering my own questions. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, just movie disco. I just want to enjoy movie. If movie bad, movie bad. If movie good, movie good. We can have deeper discussion, but it's just like, that doesn't help that the online media it's been amplified extra, because now everyone at any place can talk about like what they thought of this movie.
Yeah, well, that's the
nature.
curse that allows us to be alive.
Yeah, that basically is like our passion projects. Because basically, like, half of our careers are obnoxiously poking someone and saying, "Hey, you like Kamen Rider?"
Yeah. Arguably, modular media should not be allowed to exist, and yet it is.
Yeah. And this is a way better episode than last week. Also, I feel like ever since last week, I've kind of had my character arc, like, that's been kind of building since the MCU dislike video. I was like, I'm kind of fatigued of the MCU. I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'll just casually enjoy whatever I want from it.
And that's all we've been saying you should do.
Yeah, it's character arcs, fellas. It can happen. Like, I'll have problems with it. I'll complain if I find something, like, not good, but, like, you know what? It's just the movie franchise. It's not going to make a big deal out of it. It's not the death of cinema. Okay,
You want to talk about the death of cinema? Anybody else think that Avatar 2 trailer looked like ass?
It looked like the hype trailer for a David Cage game.
Oh, God. It looked pretty. I'm glad it's pioneering motion capture underwater. But, oh, God, that story's going to be...
I don't know. I was one of the people who really hated the hype of the first Avatar. And when I finally watched it, I hated it even more. Like, it's a fine movie, but that's just it. It's a fine movie.
Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing we're gonna rag. Snowcone enjoys the first movie. He's excited for the sequel.
I'm gonna hit him upside the head with my Galactus.
Well, like, I'm like I have this like friend on Twitter, and he's like, he hates those movies, and mainly because of how they like cultural appropriate native like stereotypes and stuff, and how it's like white man savior, and it's like, you know what, I totally agree. That's pretty cringe, my guy.
James Cameron really hasn't done anything. Wait a minute, did Aliens or Terminator 2 come out?
Aliens.
Okay, James Cameron hasn't done anything worthwhile since Terminator 2. There, I said it.
Terminator 3D. I'm gonna give that.
Titanic.
Fine. Oh yeah, Titanic did came out, but like
Titanic's overrated.
Yeah, but at least it's an impressive production, at least. Like,
yeah.
Like, but then again, like, this looks like an impressive production, but like the story is just not offensive. Maybe it's approaching offensively bad.
It looks like a movie that'll be really good to watch on mute with a Nintendo soundtrack playing.
Yeah, just have some like Super Mario Galaxy music, just like,
because like I'll admit, some of those vistas looked neat, but I hate how up its own ass the trailer felt.
Yeah, I mean, I think that just the entire franchise it's up. Like, even at when they made like stupid amounts of lore for it. Like, there's a really good video essay by Sideways where like it's mostly focused on the music, but it does cover like a bunch of areas of the film that's like, oh, this is the core fundamental problem with this franchise.
And like that's why people were so obsessed with it when it first came out, is because Cameron wanted it to be a big franchise, and he went out of his way to plan out all this lore. Like, the Na'vi language is a legit original language.
Yeah,
And I
a con
remember
language.
when the movie came out, that was all my older sister, because she was a snobby film buff. She would always say, like, "Oh, James Cameron, he invented a language for this movie. Isn't that impressive?" And I'm like, okay, but
That's a
Klingon
bit-
exists.
and it's a bit
Klingon, Dothraki,
Yeah.
the freaking language from Kuga, the Groggy speak.
Yeah.
Grongi speak is just a cipher for Japanese, though.
Fair. Like, then again, like, all languages can be ciphers for anything.
No. Here's the thing. Okay, the difference between like a conlang and a cipher is you don't need another language to understand a conlang.
Fair. You're right.
You need to know Japanese to understand the Grongi language.
Yeah. Fair.
You don't need to know any other language to know the Thraki, the Na'vi language, Klingon.
Yeah.
There's a new language I found, and it's like the most anal retentive, like super hyper specific conlang.
Oh, you started learning Esperanto?
No, worse than Esperanto.
Oh no.
And apparently, there's a person on my who watches my Twitch streams whose native language is basically like a naturally occurring Esperanto.
Whoa.
He's from like a Caribbean island. I don't know which one. Aruba, I think it might be.
Interesting.
But he was talking about like, because so many different kinds of people were on the island, the languages just kind of mixed together so we could all understand each other.
So it was like a reverse Tower of Babel.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And this is the language I was talking about, like being really complex.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll check this video out. We'll see.
Basically, the way you have to develop a word is like a 20-step process.
Mm-hmm.
And then one single word can be something along the lines of, the man known as Thomas busted into your room and stole your sandwich.
Huh.
Why did he do that?
That's just a sentence.
Okay.
Like, you can see how that sentence structure is weird compared to English.
Yeah.
But like, it's hyper specific. So like you find a root and then you gotta go like, all right, what kind of thing? Okay, what is the subject? How is the subject? Is it? And like, you have to go through the entirety of the grammar to figure out what the prefix is.
It sounds like it's a lot of a lot of stuff, like how Japanese has a billion different words for I.
Technically, but it's also like more it is not meant to be a language spoken and written. Or to be a conlang. It's meant as a logical problem. It's meant to be a logic problem through the lens of language. Hold on, I'm being hailed.
Okay. What I'm gonna say, I don't know.
When the trailer ended with this family stays together, I remember thinking, what fucking family?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I guess they're trying to be the Vin Diesel franchise now.
Yeah, but I think it's meant to be like, it's the same amount of time that's passed in the real world has passed between movies, and now Jake Sully, everybody's favorite protagonist, Jake Sully, and Zoe Saldana, whose character's name I don't remember, have grown children, and it looks like one of them is human. I think that's what I got from the shot where he says that, but I don't know. I don't care. Also, like, that actor, the guy who plays Jake Sully, I'm pretty sure he's done nothing since Avatar.
Dang. Just been waiting.
Yeah. Let me look him up. Is he indeed the Peter Cullen of this franchise?
Maybe his just agent is just so bad, because Zoe Saldana's been getting a lot of work.
Sam Worthington.
What did he do? That's the most southern name ever.
Yeah. He was in Clash of the Titans.
Oh, no wonder he's not gotten any work.
Yeah. Because around the time Avatar came out, there was like a bunch of different generic white dudes who they were trying to make the new Hollywood it guy. There was him, there was the guy in John Carter, and there was the guy who played Sam Flynn in Tron.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of them became the new Hollywood it guy.
Yeah, you just gotta make good movie. Just make good movie.
Though it does look like he's been in stuff. It's just like minor stuff none of us would have watched.
Yeah, I mean, he is apparently a British actor, so who knows? Man, I wish I had the time to make an every X episode of show ranked. Because, like, I've been seeing those videos, like, pop up all over my recommendation feed, and I'm like, that would be a good thing to, like, do. I mean, I know I've already done Power Rangers, but that's, like, a multi-part series. That's not really, like, a one big video.
So what would you do?
I guess, like, a cartoon? But, like, I just don't know what animated shows, like, it's either, like... Because a lot of, like, I want, like, something that's pretty consistent. Like, either very episodic or very, like, consistently story-driven. I don't want, like, something in between, like Amphibia or Owl House, because, like, you'll have, like, different expectations for end quality for all of those episodes. It just feels, like, so unfair to just rank them all at once. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I want to be, like, I know I'm, like, so, like, overthinking this all, but, like, you know. Like, and I'm like, a ranking video, like, should be relatively fine to do. I just need to just find something to rank.
Rank, cameos in Multiverse of
No, there's only, like, 5.
True.
And I don't like doing that. I don't even care about that. I'm trying to do, like, more content about, like, stuff I care about either way. Like, even if it's, like, mid, I want to care about it. Like, it's like, oh, this is mid in an interesting way, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look on Tubi. Tubi's, like, you just get some ad block and go to Tubi. You could just have a fun time.
Yeah. Gonna be doing that tomorrow to watch the shows.
Well, Tubi is like a legitimate site, so like you use illegitimate. Oh, they got Buddy Fight on Tubi.
What's Buddy Fight?
It's like, you know, like the Vanguard. It's like it was like the kind of the sequel, not sequel, but it's like the Buddy series. Like what if Vanguard's Kamen Rider, Buddy Fight Super Sentai.
Interesting.
And it's like it got like a couple years ago it got canned, so it just doesn't get any support either in anime or other form.
So when's Asterisk making their retrospective on it?
She's done a couple videos on that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. They are actually working on like a One Piece video, so it's like about the One Piece card game, so that's very interesting. She's put a lot.
One Piece.
Yeah. I finished recently. What's it called?
Skypiea?
Yeah, Skypiea. That was pretty good arc. That was some pretty good television.
Yeah, Skypiea is great.
Not television. I mean, manga. I keep forgetting I'm reading it.
Gotta punch Eminem in the face.
Yeah, he's legitimately the best villain so far.
Oh yeah.
Like, and
Villains
apparently
just keep getting better.
Yeah, and apparently he keeps appearing later in the show, so later in the series. So I'm like, bro, they have Dragon Ball Evolution on Tubi. That's it. I'm not using this site anymore. But at least they got Scott Pilgrim on Tubi. So the movie.
Yeah. So is Tubi just free to use?
Yeah, just with ads.
Yeah.
They got Columbo.
It's like Hulu before Hulu got shitty.
Yeah. Yeah, no, someone made a little connection of One Piece characters and their real life inspiration.
Nice, yeah. All of these are music artists.
Not all of them. One of them's Mick Foley.
A lot of them are.
Mick Foley. Oh shit! Call me when John Cena is in One Piece.
I feel like that might have also.
Here's that same
Nico?
image in English.
Who's Nico Robin inspired by?
Is Nico in here?
Yeah.
Louise Brooke.
Interesting.
Yeah, some of these are like Japanese artists. Some of them are like real people, like American creators, creatives.
Oda got like a good variety. He got a good variety of taste.
I mean, you look at Whitebeard and you look at Hulk Hogan. They look similar.
Yeah.
Here is another one.
It's wild to me that Al Capone was a real person.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of Al Pacino when people mention Al Capone. I hate myself.
Like, there's certain historical figures that's like, I want a time machine just to go and see what that person was really like. Because we have such a weird understanding of Al Capone in the modern day.
Yeah.
Any other topics we got?
No, it's over. It's done. You can go home now. But first, a word from our sponsors. Tell people where you can find your blah, blah, blah.
Hi, I'm Buster Corp. I do videos on the internet. Watch me at Buster Corp on YouTube.
On the internet?
We're not doing this joke again. We did it once.
Yeah. So Buster Corp on YouTube and Buster Bully 3 on Twitter.com, and also Buster Corp on other sites like Patreon and Ko-Fi and Twitch and the Tumblr.
Boingo.
Hi, I'm Boingo. I do a variety of content on the internet. Do you like Twitch streams? Well, boy, howdy do I got some Twitch streams for you. It's twitch.tv/Boingo Writer. Go there and see some shit. It's fun. We have good times. You want some video essays and editorial type content? Well, you can go to Boingo Writer on YouTube, and I have them for you. A new video is going to be coming out sooner rather than later. Here's to hoping. You want to follow me on a variety of other social media platforms? Then congratulations at Boingo_writer on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. You can find me in all of those places. And I hope you enjoy your stay.
I like how passive aggressive. Keep that tone up.
I don't even know what do you mean?
Go back and listen to it on Friday. The Vacuuminator is a person on the internet who is me. You can watch his content at youtube.com/thevacuuminator. You can read his tweets at the Vacuuminator on Twitter, and you can look at his photos on Instagram. I'll give you one guess as to what that is. But while you're guessing, maybe like, comment, subscribe to Modular Media, because that's where you're listening this to. It's a big old thing we do with people and stuff and podcasts, one of which is the No Prize podcast that's live every week.
Really?
Where we talk about Marvel. You like us talking about Marvel in this? We'll talk about Marvel some more there.
You don't say.
There's No More Games, where this fucker talks about games. Talk about games.
No.
Then there's Twit, where we talk about Tokusatsu, and I hate all of everyone. I hate them all. I'm gonna eventually go on a homicide quest across the United States to kill every Power Rangers fan, but that's a few years off, so don't worry about it. Don't call the cops just yet. In the meantime, follow us on Twitter at the Modular Media and join our subreddit r/Modular Media. This has been Components. It sure has. Bye.